tutorial, I'm just going to create whatever look comes to mind using products that I have in my collection. I'm going to start off by priming with the usual. I have already primed this eye, so I'm just going to take this brush from Crown and just apply my eye base. And I almost didn't create a tutorial today because I wanted to create something really fancy and out of the box, and I did not like the way it turned out, so I ended up wiping off the eye look. So I figured I'm just going to not get too fancy and just create whatever pops into my mind. I usually don't practice look for my tutorial. My inspiration truly comes from flowers, and that's where I grab colors to mix. But since fall is right around the corner, I decided to do something really nice and dark. And we'll see how it turns out. I haven't applied my blush on yet, but I'm going to show you guys this pink see-through palette. It's actually from the craft store Joann's, and I might do a demo on how I was able to remove the Joann's label. This palette is magnetized. This little nifty crafting palette is to store your needles and little items for sewing, but this was only $5. I will put all the information on this affordable palette in the description box for you guys, but this is where I currently have some of my Makeup Geek eyeshadows. The first shade I'm going to use is Cocoa Bear. Taking this blending brush from Crown, I'm going to apply this for the transition. Can you guys tell that I really love using matte brick eyeshadow shades for the transition? I just feel like it really brings out a smoky eye look. It just complements your eyeshadows so nicely. So just back and forth. Now taking this matte dark brown eyeshadow, I'm going to take this with Morphe's E28 blending brush. These brushes, by the way, this is the Elite collection. These are so super soft. When I first placed my order, they had a limited amount of inventory, so I couldn't choose a lot, but the Elite collection is one that I highly recommend. These brushes are just extremely high quality. So I'm just taking this from the inner corner all the way to the outer edge, building this mocha shade up very gently. And I love that this brush has a little point to it, so it's going to target the color right at the crease. These tones of eyeshadows are ones that I use so much, even off camera. Anywhere where I just want to wear a smoky eye, I kid you not, I'm always reaching for a matte brick and a dark brown eyeshadow. This is pretty much my go-to eye look for the transition and the crease. And just like that. I'm now taking this palette from Sleek Cosmetics, and this is the Eye Divine Storm palette, and I'm going to use the shade Storm Cloud. This is a really beautiful foresty green eyeshadow color. By the way, this palette does come with a very nice large mirror in it. I'm going to just take Max 239 and start packing this onto the eyelid. If you have more space to work with, this is going to stand out more, of course, and it's going to just look gorgeous. I have small eyelids, so I just make do with what I have. And by the way, this is me without having to damp my brush at all. This palette is super pigmented, and I just received this palette from Sleek Cosmetics. I have been wanting to try out one of their palettes. I feel like as if this eye is a little bit more hooded today than others, but nothing I can really do about that. So just like this for now. Taking the same palette, I'm now going to use the shade Blackout. And I'm taking Bdellium Tools 776 blending brush. I'm going to target this only at the outer edge of the eye. So you only need just a little bit, and it does go a very long way. So just using the tiniest amount, angling my brush halfway in, And then I will sharpen up the outer edge with my powder puff. I'm now going back in with Morphe's E28 blending brush that I used to apply the dark brown, and I'm just blending right on top without getting any more of this eyeshadow. A little bit more of Cocoa Bear, and starting at the outer edge, I'm going to do our final blend. Back in with a little bit more of this green to re-intensify. As always, I'm going to use my favorite matte white eyeshadow, and I just love matte white for the brow bone. It's a huge staple when I create smoky eye looks. Any eye look, I always use a matte white or a vanilla shade. Nothing too stark. On rare occasions, I will use an eyeshadow that has a nice sheen to it. And this brush I'm using is Sedona Laces EB28. I'm going to sharpen up right underneath. You can see how it just sharpens it up really nicely. Now taking this brush from Morphe, this is the Elite Collection, this is their E4. This brush is so soft, super soft. I am not an affiliate, unfortunately, but you can use any of your favorite YouTuber that is an affiliate with Morphe and use their discount code. I used Manny MUAs to get a discount. I did order some more brushes. I will do a review on them if you guys want as soon as I receive the other bunch. It takes a while for shipping to arrive. I noticed that. You place your order and then it goes through processing, which takes 7 business days, and then they ship out your brushes or products. I've been trying to order the 350 palette, but it has been out of stock for a while now. I'm curious to see what the hype is all about. But the bronzer I'm using for today is the one from City Color Cosmetics. Using whatever product's left on my brush just to remove that harsh edge at my temple. For the inner corner of the eye, I decided to also use that matte white eyeshadow, using the same brush I used to apply my brow bone highlighting shade. Favorite blush from Milani, and this one is Tea Rose. This brush is from BH Cosmetics, and I'm just going to pat this on at the apples of my cheekbones and pat up along the edge of my contour. And remember, I only highlight at the tip of my nose, which is why you see that highlight there. Then, because I'm not a huge fan of highlighting at the top of my cheekbones for some reason, because I feel like it's just going to accentuate my peach fuzz, I am going to use a little bit of Milani's Rose de Oro. I'm going to pat this on right over Tea Rose, just a little bit. That way it gives the appearance as if I highlighted, but not really. It's just going to be subtle. And for lipstick, I'm just going to use a nude shade because this look is bold. Lip crayon I'm using for today is a new one from Bdellium Tools, and this is Helen of Troy. Recently did receive quite a few of these. So I'm going to do another lipstick swatch for you guys. These ones are just so beautiful and extremely pigmented. So this is the final look. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Big hugs and kisses, and I will see you guys very soon.